off, we want to get into matters to do with the state of the economy. And I'm now joined by Mr. Ruben Kimani, the Chief Executive Officer of Username Investments, a real estate company. And of course, he'll be giving us the latest developments around what the lifting of the curfew means for the economy, and also what are the trends that he is seeing in the real estate sector. Thank you so much for joining us on the program.
Thank you, Abby.
Let's just kick it off with an assessment. So far, it's been close to 3 days since, actually 4 days since President Uhuru Kenyatta lifted the curfew, and we've seen a lot of hype from traders, from people in the transport industry, and it seems like the economy is fully going to get back to normal as it was before the pandemic.
I think I would like to first thank you for welcoming me back here. I'm glad to be back. Been 3-4 days and Kenyans are very excited. I think everyone was when the curfew was removed after more than 1 year. Now you don't have to look at your back when you're going home at night. Yeah. And I think this came, not just the removing of the curfew, it also came with some, what I would call some excitement. Excitement that I now can be able to operate my business way past some hours, especially I think the bars and some, especially the hospitality sector, the restaurants. You can now be able to get more customers. And people will be able to get out. People take, I look at people as, people are human beings. They take some of these regulations seriously, to an extent where if a restaurant would normally attract 100 people in the evening, because of the restriction, most people will not come out. Right now there is excitement, and we can only see increased growth of so many businesses in the country. People will come out in large numbers. Right. And I will tell you that restaurant, the owner may buy properties from us. The people who come, who work there, their salaries might also be increased with increased business. Of course, there is some excitement, and we hope this business increase will also affect many other sectors, including the real estate where I come from.
All right. And we also saw a number of reforms the president did make in regards to ensuring that he gives a sort of stimulus package where the financial sector is one of the beneficiaries, where we'll see people who had borrowed money and they were listed in CRBs. The president directed that the financial regulator to ensure that this is implemented from a position of borrowing, and for lenders who are borrowing 5 million shillings and below, who are already in the CRB. The lifting of this, what does it portend? Does it mean more business for people to be able to get loans and utilize it for driving their businesses?
Of course, yes. And I think that was strategic enough. Of course, to the lenders will have a lot of pains because some people will default in the process. But let me tell you, if I look at my business, for example, most likely 3 out of 10 of the buyers, they come through a financial institution. More than 3 out of 10, that is 30%. If I can get more people coming to buy properties from us, just because now they are no longer affected by the listing of CLB, of course that will mean more business. And of course this has a ripple effect, because there are so many businesses in this country that depends on people who are taking loans. To be honest with you, most businesses, if there are no loans, they will not be there. So that effort, even if it means an increase of an increase of 10% of people who are borrowing, it has a huge effect on business. So I would say that is very much welcome. May stay for a while, but of course, the lenders also need measures to ensure that they also make profit. People don't go away with their money. But it is very good coming from the effect of the pandemic, where the economy shrinked. Actually, the global economy is shrinked by almost 42%. It's only now that people are getting vaccinated, curfews are being lifted, that you'll see more businesses and more countries growing. So it is very much welcome, and I'm also glad. And I'll be welcoming anyone who may have a position to take this loan facility to come and buy properties from us. Take that opportunity.
All right.
Yes.
And speaking about vaccination, we are seeing close to 10 million Kenyans have been vaccinated so far, and this the government is still keen on driving this up. But let's talk more about the trends you're likely to see, especially in the real estate sector. Now that you're seeing there's going to be more economic activity by the fact that we're slowly going back to the 24-hour economy. What does this portend for real estate players like yourself? What do you see in the near term?
There are very many ways of looking at it. One of the things that have been affected is the residential sector. What used to happen is that people used to go to work. Over the period of 1 year, most companies have realized it's not a must that you own an office. So a good number, including corporates, big ones, for you to go to the office, you must be tested, you must have vaccinated. So it means some office space is becoming vacant as well. Also, in terms of residential houses, you'll find that because most people lost their jobs, a good number lost their jobs, or their incomes were reduced, you'll find that most people move away from the very high end. Kina Kilimani, Kilelesho, they used to buy to pay a lot of rent. Then they go to satellite towns. So we expect the satellite towns to keep growing at a much higher rate than they used to be, because that's where it's like an oasis. People are running away there because their income have reduced. You need to pay less rent. Because they also realized you can work from home. So you'll find the commercial space, the residential space, especially the higher end market, will be affected. Of course, there is also the capability of people. This is called purchasing power. The capability of people to buy has also been affected for some time.
Right.
But you see, the government all over the world, they're asking people to get vaccinated so that they can reopen the economy. Once you reopen the economy, people get jobs. Once people get jobs, they're able to take loans or stuff like that. They're able to increase their purchasing power, and that's how they'll come to username investment to buy properties and also rent maybe higher-end residential apartment they could not afford.
Okay.
So I would like to, we'll see more of residential satellite towns going up. Actually, we saw that in Gong last year.
All right.
It was the place that, in terms of appreciation of prices, the price went so high because of that effect. Many others, Tengera, Kangudo Road, Wayakiwe here, and stuff like that.
All right, very in-depth perspectives there. Thank you so much, Reuben Kimani, CEO, Username Investments, for your insights and always for availing yourself to speak to us on these economic issues. Well, we want to go on a quick